Welcome to this yoga-based movement class. My name is Nika. This is an intermediate level class, but anyone is welcome to join and see how you feel with it. As you see, we're going to start in a cross-legged seat. You can find Sukhasana crossing at the ankles or going a little deeper in the hips by crossing at the heels. Mind that your sit bones are grounded and your spine is able to elongate from the ground up into the crown. Shoulders down. Legs heavy, belly relaxed, jaw relaxed. You're welcome to close the eyes or stare at the tip of the nose. I like to take Dhenu Mudra where the index finger and the thumb are connected, hand palms on the knees. Empty the lungs. We'll start with an inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, pause. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, pause. Smooth inhale controlled by you through the nose. Pause. And a smooth exhale by you controlled through the nose with a pause at the end. Inhale. Exhale. Samavriti breath, rhythmic breath. Breathe in. And out. In your mind, continue to count in to 5. 5 being the pause. And out to 5. 5 being the pause. On your following inhale, bring the hands to heart space, Anjali Mudra. We're joining the palms. Rise the heart. Bow the brain into the heart and take a moment to open your practice if that suits you. This is a good moment to add an intention, a wish, a prayer, or a moment of reference to your teachers. When you're done, you can gently blink the eyes open and release the hands. And we'll start with an inhale to open the arms to the side. On the exhale, take your right arm on top of your left, hugging your shoulders. I'll be mirroring you. And see if you can really bring your finger pads around your shoulder blades. We're going to move our head and our elbows. So chin up, elbows up, inhale. Move to your right, exhale, come down. Move to your left, come up on the inhale, and take 3 more circles like that with your chin and your elbows. Moving the skin around the ribs, feeling the movement of the shoulder blades beneath your fingers, and adding the breath in and out. Come to center, release the arms, breathe in again, and now cross the other arm on top. Grabbing the fingers around the shoulder blades, neck is free, jaw is free. We lift the elbows, we lift the head, breathe in. And then we move through the left, exhale. Coming up through the right, breathe in. And take 3 more like this, moving the elbows and the chin. Next time around, you come to center, stay there, soften the shoulders, release the arms, bring the arms out to the side. Both arms rise, inhale, arms up, dive the fingers down, forming a heart over your head, and then the back of the hands are gonna meet in front of the chest. Interlace the fingers here so you can bring the wrist and elbows together, and here rotate your wrist. You can go faster or slower than I am doing. Make sure that you're lubricating with the elbows close to one another. Reverse. As you release the arms, keep the spine long, wrap the arms around the waist and make little spirals around your axis. Letting your arms just wrap around your body and maybe slapping the ribs, the lower back, or the tip of the shoulders. Your gaze can join and your breath is steady. Slow down and come back to the center. We're going to release our legs, place the feet to the ground. If you need a little bit of movement, you can stretch, you can point and flex. But we want to have the feet eventually about hip distance apart and the fingers facing towards the body behind you for a reverse tabletop. We'll go dynamically up on the inhale, knees to the front, chest to the sky, and exhale, come down, but don't sit down all the way. We're going to go back up. Breathe in, push through the hands, and then gently down, but not sitting down. Let's find a little bit more push through the hands and the feet as we go up, gazing at the sky. Slowly coming down. In the following one, we're going to stay up, push through the arms, push through the feet. Allow your head to lean back a little. Squeeze your butt a little bit. Big toes on the ground, index finger on the ground, and take a good breath here. Stay for the inhale, push a little higher. On the exhale, we're going to sit down, cross your legs, make your way onto your hands and knees from here. With your hands under your shoulders and your knees under the hips, spread the fingers really wide and keep your elbows straight. We don't want to sink in the lower back. We want to pull the belly a little bit in and keep the neck long, so stare a little bit in front of you. With your core engaged, we're going to lift the hand palms and the thumbs in the air. From there, the 4 fingers remain stretching on the ground. Slowly come down and come back up. We call these wrist push-ups. We're going to do 10. Down and up. Down and up. Keep your belly button slightly in. Down and up. Down and up. Last 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Lean into the hands, tuck your toes with your toes together. Widen the knees as wide as your mat. Heels come together and we're sitting back. Here we can bring the back of the hands together with the nails touching, shoulders down, elbows down, and decompress the wrist a little bit. Take a good breath. Ignore the toes if they're screaming at you. As we slowly release, return back into tabletop position with your fingers spread and your knees under your hips. Find cow stretches. The belly drops towards the ground, the chest comes up, the shoulders go back, the tail goes up. Breathe in. On the exhale, you pull the belly button away from the ground, pubic bone to belly button. Look at your belly button round the spine. Exhale. From cow, to cat. From cow to cat. Let's take 3 more with the breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one here. Rounding the spine. Come to neutral and take a breath. Stick your bum to the right, look over your right shoulder and see if you can take a side flexion of your spine, engaging a little bit the side of the body on the right and lengthening it on the left. From there we come to center and go over to the other side. All the time keeping the belly button slightly in to support the lower back. Side flexion to the left. Let's do one more time, right. And then left. Now adding cow, inhale, side flexion right, come into cat, exhale, side flexion left, cow, side flexion right, cat, side flexion left, cow, side flexion right, cat, side flexion left, cow, stay in cow, side flexion left, cat, side flexion right, cow, side flexion left, cat, side flexion right. 2 more. And we'll meet in cow again. Tuck your toes, travel your hands forward, and see if you can sink down into the chest. Maybe the forehead and the nose can touch the ground. Some of you might even reach with the chin in the chest. Puppy pose. Few breaths here. And we slowly release. Travel your hands back under your shoulders and untuck your toes. Right leg goes long, lift the chest, find a cow-like spine. Inhale. We bend the right knee for tiger. On the exhale, knee to nose, cat-like spine. Let's do it again. Inhale, tiger. Exhale, knee to nose. Once again, inhale, tiger. Knee to nose. And the following time, from tiger, we're going to take the right knee to the right shoulder. Exhale. Step the right foot on the outside of the right hand with the toes firmly placing out. Your left hand far away, so not under the shoulder, so that you can kind of sink into the shape. You're allowed to take your left shoulder up your ear and find a stretch throughout the side body on the left. From here, we're going to travel back. Keep your right toes pointing out a little bit. Keep your hands on the inside of the right leg and shift back into a half split, Ardha Hanuman, with your hands on the inside of the right leg. That's it. Now shift forward, breathe in. If anybody needs to come to the finger pads or take blocks under the hands, this is an option so that we can shift smoothly to the front and to the back. Let's take another breath in as we come forward. Out as we go back. In as we come forward. And stay back as you come out. From that position, stick your bum back, bring your forearms to the ground if you have space, and take a good breath here. Come back onto the hands if relevant and travel back forward. We want to stay on the front of the left knee. Swing your right arm back and either rest it on your left thigh or grab your left foot with it. If you do so, push the foot instead of pulling it in, push it away from the hip and then open through the right side of the chest. Now push through the left hand and see how much space you can create through the front body. We'll take a good breath here. And slowly release. Okay, travel back onto the left knee through that half split. Now your right leg is going to swing around and cross behind the left. Between the 2 feet, we want to find space to sit, maybe on a block or maybe on the ground. We're in Gomukhasana with the legs, cow face. We're going to bring our arms in Garuda, eagle. Both arms to the side, right arm on top. Cross at the elbows. You're still welcome to grab the shoulders like we did before, or grab the wrist and then shoulders down, elbows up, close your eyes. Bring the tip of the tongue to the upper palate of the mouth, with the center of the tongue being rested. With the eyes closed, we bring our inner gaze to the back of the skull. Use your exhale to slowly release the hands. Keep your legs crossed as you make your way back into tabletop. We're all going to tuck the toes. The thighs are connected, the knees are connected. Take cow spine as you inhale. On the exhale, take cat into beast, lifting the knees off the ground. Squeeze the thighs. Keep breathing. And use the following exhale to push your butt up. Your feet can come closer together for a cross-legged variation of a downward facing dog. Bend your knees as much as you need to really press your chest towards the knees, even if it means your shoulders creep up your ears. Spread the fingers, index finger to the ground, and push your hands from your shoulders. As we uncross the legs, we're coming to a shorter variation of downward facing dog, where you can pedal the feet a little bit. Maybe move the spine a little bit. Sway the hips a little. And make sure you can relax the head. In a shorter variation of down dog, feel free to still bend the knees. The heels may be lifted but direct to the ground. We want to start pushing our hands from our hips rather than our shoulders. Belly engaged. Keep your right hand to the ground, left hand to the outside of the right ankle. And then push through the right hand, maybe look under the armpit. The left hand is pulling the right ankle. As we change sides, do it mindfully. Always welcome to bend both or one of the knees, pulling the right hand, pushing the left from the hip. As we release here, walk your hands one hand palm further than they were into downward facing dog. If you still need a little bit of movement to get there, you can take it, but once you're there, look your chin a little bit so you can gaze at your knees, maybe even your belly button. Push your hands from your belly button, push your legs, and lift the tailbone up to the sky. Draw the front ribs a little in, soften the neck and jaw. On your next inhale, we're going to travel into plank, round the back. Exhale, lower the hips and the knees to the ground. We'll inhale, bend the elbows for cobra. Exhale, slowly come down and come into Sphinx with the forearms to the ground. Elbows under the shoulders, wrist in line with the elbows. Let's look right as we lift the right elbow up, inhale. Slowly coming down and swaying over to the left. Inhale, left elbow up. Exhale, lower it down. Let's make a circle. Right elbow up. Keep it up. Left elbow up, look left. Right elbow down, left elbow down. Now with the gaze, look right, elbow goes up. Look left, elbow goes up. Come down and down. One more time. Up, up, down, and down. Other side. Left up, right up. Look right. Left down, right down. And again, up, up, down, and down. One more up, up, down, and down. Stay in swings, pulling the heart forward, the feet in the ground, pubic bone in the ground. If anybody wants, Bhujangasana, you can lift the elbows in the air, but keep the shoulders down. Breathe. And keep the neck nice and long, the crown of the head to the skies. With your pubic bone heavy, take an inhale to pull the heart forward, and exhale to slowly come down onto the chest, hands out to the side, not in line with the shoulders, a little bit lower will be more relevant. Keep the hands as they are. You can draw them a little closer in, but the hand palm faces down. Now bend your left knee, draw your left hand a little closer in to push so that you can bring your foot down, maybe to the direction of the right hand. We're coming back out. Lift the head, left arm out to the side, right arm comes a little in, and you try to touch the foot to the hand, but that's not the main goal. Now move from side to side into a spiral and an opening of the chest. And you can pull the hand in, but you keep the hand palm down. Let's do 2 more on each side. Once you're back into the center, sprinkle your fingers on the ground. As you see, we're just cupping the hands with the finger pads only to the ground. Here, lift up, inhale. And then slowly go back down on the exhale, your feet pressing into the ground. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, wave up. Shoulders down at the top. Exhale, wave back down. 1 more up. And down, flatten the hands. Push yourself back into child's pose with the feet together and the belly sliding between the thighs. Forehead on the ground, your elbows can be rested, or you can stretch the arms forward. Push the hips to the heels and take a breath here. We're going to meet back into tabletop, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. This time around, it's the left leg that comes back. For cow, spine, belly down, chest up, and then bend the left knee for tiger pose. Inhale there. Exhale, knee to nose. Take 2 more like that. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to nose, cat-like spine. From tiger, we breathe in. Left knee, left shoulder, come to the side. Step the foot on the outside of the hand, if you can, a little forward, toes out. And the right hand generously forward so it's not under the shoulders. We're going to sink in a little bit, allowing the shoulder to creep up the air, finding a stretch alongside the ribs. Back off a little bit. I'm going to stay at the front of the right knee. Swing your left arm back, rest it on the right thigh, or grab the foot. And also here, if you grab the foot, you pull it away from the chest. You push the hand into the ground to open the front of the chest. Your left heel stays on the ground. Your breath is still present and steady. Take a good breath here. And slowly release both hands on the inside of the left foot. Travel back to a diagonal half split Ardha Hanuman. We can stay on the finger pads or have hands on blocks as we travel forward and back from your lunge into your half split. Lunge into half split. Welcome to add the breath and the cow and cat-like spine. So inhale forward, open the heart. Exhale, travel back. Stay here for a moment. Welcome to bring the elbows down if that's within your range. All right, come back forward. I know I moved some things around here, but we're still on track. And from there we driving the butt back, swinging the left leg around and crossing it behind the right. For Gomukha, cow face, we want to sit between the two heels. So sit on something if you need, thigh on thigh, knee on knee. Both arms open to the side. Inhale for Garuda arms, our eagle arms. Left arm goes on top, crossing at the elbows, grabbing shoulders or wrist. Elbows up, shoulders down, lean back into your sit bones. Close your eyes. Gaze to the back of the skull as you bring the tip of the tongue to the upper palate of the mouth. Relax the teeth, the jaw, the eyes. The space, gently release on the exhale. Keep your legs crossed as you come back into tabletop. Toes on the ground. One cow spine, breathe in. One cat spine, breathe out. Lift the knees in the air for a beast and squeeze the thighs together. The body is strong, yet you're breathing and not clenching the jaw. Take a deep breath in. Push your butt up. Walk the feet a little closer together for a cross-legged downward dog. Make this about lengthening your spine, so really pushing the chest towards the knees, even if it means your knees need to bend more. Index finger to the ground. Sit bones up to the sky. Steady gaze, steady breath. From here, start walking your feet into down dog. You can continue walking a little bit as you take a little bit larger step between the hands and feet until you feel ready to find more stillness in Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. As you anchor the gaze between the knees and the belly button, steady the breath and find more stillness in the body. On your following inhale, we come forward into plank. This time around, we lower into Ashtanga Namaskar. The knees, the chest, and chin come down with the elbows to the ribs. 8 limb position. Similar to the puppy we did in the beginning. Take a good breath here. And from there, we slide onto the belly. The hands can stay where they are. Inhale, cobra, elbows to the ribs, chest up. Pull the hands to the hips, shoulders stay down. Find your breath. If you want to progress this into upward facing dog, you tuck your toes, you drive forward, flip over the toes, lift the legs in the air, keep the crown high, the arms strong, shoulders down, breathe in. Downward facing dog is where we meet, and for me, this is also the end of our warm-up. So let's take an inhale through the nose, and a good sigh out of the mouth. We're going to walk our feet to the front of the mat. You can take small steps, bigger steps, but bring them together as you come to the front. Fold over the legs, Uttanasana. If you feel more comfortable with your feet hip distance apart, that's okay. Sit bone distance apart is also okay. Otherwise, you can copy me with the toes together and the heels slightly apart. Fold into your big toe. If you want to grab your hands onto the legs, you can for a little bit more intensity. Ut from Uttanasana means intense. Shift a little weight into the big toe. Lift the sit bones up. Soften shoulders. Face, jaw. Take a breath. And then from here, we're going to release, bend the knees, and roll up into standing. Once you're standing, we're finding Samastitihi, equal stance, hand palms united in front of the chest. Root your heels into the ground, root your big toe into the ground. Spread the pinky away from the big toe and make sure both of your feet are carrying the weight of your body equally. Tail a little down, ribs a little in at the front. Neck long, chin parallel to the ground. Breathe in. And breathe out, release into Tadasana. We're going to find a bit more movement. Inhale, arms are up. Butterfly your hands as you meet them over the head, opening the palms, crossing at the thumbs. And your next inhale, we want to find length. Exhale, hips to the right, body to the left, keeping your left armpit forward. Inhale, stretch both sides of the body from both feet pressing into the ground. On the exhale, come to center. Cross your thumbs the other way around. And we're going to inhale back up. Exhale over to the other side. Both sides of the body long, both feet grounded, lengthen. Take another breath in. Exhale, come to center. Everyone, hands to the lower back for the first one. Fingers face up. And take Anahata. Anahata is the name of the heart chakra. We want to rise the center of the heart to the sky. Breathe in. On the exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Welcome to bend the knees to relieve the lower back. Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Step your right leg long, right knee to the ground. Exhale. Butterfly your hands. Inhale, Anjani Asana. Stay here for the exhale as you sink in the hips. We want to find a crescent moon shape from the knee to the finger pads. Take a breath in. And on the exhale into plank, chaturanga, or lower the knees for Ashtanga Namaskar as you wish. Up dog or cobra, breathe in, shoulders down the back. Rolling over the toes into downward facing dog. Exhale. One breath here. Push the hands from your belly button. And when you're ready, lift the heels, breathe in, bend the knees. Right foot steps forward, left knee goes down, butterfly your hands. You can cross the thumbs the other way around as you rise up on the inhale. We're going to stay here, sinking into the hips as we exhale. From your left knee to the fingers, finding a C shape, breathe in. On the exhale, we're going to step forward into Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Uttanasana, fold forward. With a long spine, come up. Urdhva Hastasana, arms over the head. Urdhva Hasta, hands go up. Hands to heart space, Samastitihi. We continue. Inhale, come up. Butterfly your hands. Exhale, find some grounding, framing your ears with your arms. Ribs in, breathe in. Body to the left, hips to the right. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Uncross your thumbs, other way around. And find a breath as you lift. And an exhale as you sink. Inhale, come back up. Hands can support the lower back or stay up for Anahata. Breathe in there. Exhale, Uttanasana. Bend the knees to support the lower back if you need. Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale, long spine, long neck. Exhale, left foot goes back, left knee to the ground. Anjani Asana with butterfly hands. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, plank, chaturanga, or Ashtanga Namaskar. I'll demonstrate the second option this time. Cobra or up dog. Down dog. Exhale. Take a breath. Inhale to lift the heels. Exhale to bend the knees. Step the left foot forward for Anjani Asana with butterfly hands. Inhale, coming up. Stay for the exhale for now. One more lift up. Right hip drives forward. Exhale, slowly step to the front of your mat. Ardha Uttanasana, long spine, breathe in. Uttanasana, fold forward all the way. Urdhva Hastasana, arms rise over the head. Inhale. Hands to heart space and next to the body. We continue. Inhale, without the side body bend, rise your chest, rise your hands. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale, half lift. Chaturanga Danda, you can step or move into it with a jump. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog.
On your next inhale, rise your right leg up, open the hip and bend the knee. We want to push through both hands without collapsing into the left side. So mind that your left foot doesn't move out, the heel stays behind the toes. Take a deep breath here. If anyone feels the calling to travel through Vashisthasana, turn the toes to the long side of the mat. Peel your right hand off the ground, and without a sound, land onto the right foot. If you want to relieve your lower back, you sit down and you go back up into Wild Thing. Left leg is long, left arm is long, opening the hips and the heart space. Welcome to support the head with your hand if needed. Push through the left side body. Let's inhale there. Exhale to release. Right leg in the air. Step your right foot to the corner of the right mat with the toes out. Similar to where we were in the beginning, left knee can come down. Right hand reaches for the left foot, and you can open through the chest here. Let's take a deep breath here. As we come out, both hands under the shoulders, extend the left leg. We want to be able to shift the weight forward. So see if you can shift the weight into the right foot and the hands in order to get your left knee behind your right ankle, sitting down. Both buttocks to the ground. Hug your right elbow and take Marichi twist. With your right hand, you can push your shoulders back over the hips. Press your right foot to the ground. A little activation through the left leg. It's okay if the stomach and the thigh connect. Take a deep breath. Moving on, look forward, place your left hand not under the shoulder, a little bit further out to the side. If you need a strap for this, you can grab one. Otherwise, with your right hand, you grab the outside of your right foot. As we press the foot into the hand, we pull the hand onto the foot, press through the left leg and see if you can rise. If anybody wants more, you bend the left elbow and you bring the left ear to the ground. Take a good breath here. Alternatively, you can stay down and be here. Let's slowly come up. Both hands under the shoulders again. We want to take that left leg back. Joined by the right. Plank for the inhale. Chaturanga or knees, chest and chin for the exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. On your next inhale, left leg goes up. Open the hip, bend the knee. Without collapsing into the right side, push through both hands and open the hip. We find a little bit of length through the left side body and already a little bit engagement through the right, which we can use as we gently turn the right toes to the long side of the mat. Peel the left hand off the ground. Find a landing soft. And then lift the heart and lift the hips. It's your right hand and your right leg that carry most of the weight. So it's very similar to side plank Vashisthasana. Only you have a standard, which is your left foot, and an opportunity to open the heart and the hip. Take a good breath here. Look at the front. See if you can shift the weight into the hand and in the foot. And take your left foot to the left corner of the mat. From there, we want to sink into the left knee. And again, go for the grab of the foot if that's accessible. If you do, you kick the foot back and you open the front of your left chest. Slowly release. Hands back under the shoulders. Extend the right leg and make sure you can drive forward, bringing the weight into the front of the body so that your right knee can come behind the left ankle, straighten the leg, sit down. 2 buttocks on the ground, right arm hugs the left knee.
With your left hand, you push the shoulder over the hip so that you can twist around the axis of the spine. It'll help for grounding if you press your left foot to the ground. Activate a little through the right leg. Stomach on thigh is fine. It helps our digestive tract. Take a good breath here. In order to continue, we unwind, bringing your right hand a little further away from the armpit. Left hand to the right foot. If you need a strap, you know you can grab one. Create tension between the foot and the hand so the butt can lift. And we can bring the knee behind the knee. If you want, right elbow can bend, right ear can come to the ground. Remember the option to sit down and bring the ear to the ground all the way. From here, slowly release. Hands under the shoulders, weight into the left foot. To take the right leg long. Left leg joins, breathe in. Chaturanga, our knees, chest and chin. And on the inhale, back into upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. And find some stillness here. More than welcome to take a child's pose like we did in the beginning, with the knees down and the forehead to the ground. Okay, if you want, you can take a shorter stance in down dog, so come out of child's pose if needed. We're going to use the shorter stance to jump the feet on the outside of the hands. So coming into Malasana, prayer squat, lift the heels. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward, and hop your feet on the outside of the hands. I'm going to bring the elbows to the knees, the hand palms to the heart, and stay here. More weight on the heels, more weight on the outside of the feet. More length through the spine. If you want to challenge, elbows join and the thumbs come to the forehead. The rule here will be that your elbows do not separate as we come into movement. Inhale. Exhale, come up with your elbows together. If that's not possible, widen them with the hands to heart space. Breathe in. Come down, exhale. 3 more. On the exhale, we move. On the inhale, we charge. Exhale up. Breathe in. Exhale down. Breathe in. Exhale up. Breathe in. Exhale down. Bakasana, or more like a bug-like variation. So if you have crow pose, you can go into it. Otherwise, your hands as wide as your feet. Elbows to the side, leading the knees into the elbows and lifting up like this. This is an easier variation for most people. If you do have crow pose or crane pose, you can bring the knees closer to the armpits and balance a little bit more narrow. Wherever you are, you can practice jumping back or stepping back into Chaturanga Dandasana. So the elbows stay bent. Into up dog, inhale. Into down dog, exhale. And we let that go. I'm going to take another round of what we just did, plus some extra postures. I'm going to invite you to flow a little bit more. On the inhale, right leg goes up, open the hip. Exhale, start peeling down into Wild Thing. Remember the option, you can sit down or stay up. Breathe in and breathe out. Through Vasisthasana, side plank. We're going to step the right foot back to the front of the mat with the toes out. This time around, stay with the hands under the shoulders and take your left leg behind the right. If you can, without sitting down, we stay high. From here, slowly coming back, but about 3/4 on your mat. Right foot comes back on the mat, but keeping a train track between the feet for Parshvattanasana, pyramid pose. Check if your left toes are still somewhat to the corner of the mat. If your feet are 1 meter to 1.5 meters apart, whatever suits you, then we bend the right knee, we press into the right foot, and we come up. Hands out to the side, reverse namaskar with the fingers facing down or with the fingers facing up. For pyramid pose, we open the heart space first, breathe in, and then chin to chest, lock your throat, pull your belly button in. If you need, bend your right knee a little bit, pull the skin between the legs in and up. Mahabandha as we find a rounded spine over the right leg. If you feel a restriction in your breath, let Ujjayi come naturally. From here, take a good breath. Bring your right hip up. Press into the right foot a little more. And release the hands. If you need a larger stance or if you need to lift your left heel, you can. Left hand under the left shoulder, right arm goes up. The idea is to get the arms perpendicular to the ground. So we're opening from the chest and not so much the arms. So this knot, we're opening from the chest. Squeeze your right buttocks a little to the left, as if you're squeezing your inner thighs like we did in the beginning of the class. Let's take a good breath here. And then slowly release. Stepping into the right foot, left leg goes up, warrior three. I like to keep the right knee a little bent, but see if you can really press the foot into the ground without lifting the left hip. We'll take a good breath and decide how we're going to progress here. If you feel like a little play on your hands, this is a good option to kick up. You don't have to balance. Notice how I'm bending my right knee to support the balancing on the arms. And from there you can progress into a vinyasa or slowly come out step by step. We'll meet into downward facing dog for an inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth. Let's roll forward on an inhale. If you haven't taken a vinyasa, this is your chance to come into chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin. Up dog or cobra, breathe in. Down dog, exhale. Left side, lift it up, breathe in. Open the hip and the knee. As we peel through Vasishta, making it flow, remember the option that you can always sit down and come up from there. It often relieves our lower back a little bit. A long spine, yet an open chest. Take a breath. Through Vasishta, look down. Step your foot back to the corner of the mat. Hands under the shoulders. Right leg comes in, maybe straight into your balance. Galvasana. Take a good breath here. To come out, we want to step the right foot about 3/4 back with the toes to the front corner of the right side. So your foot is about 25 degrees, about 1 meter or 1.5 meters away from your front leg. Bend your front leg, bend the knee, roll up into standing. Reverse namaskar with the fingers either down to the tailbone or up. So here we're really starting with an open chest, but then we're going for a super round spine. So chin in, Jalandhara, belly button in and up, Uddiyana. Engaging the feet into the pelvic floor, Mula. And Ujjayi, restricted breath with a bit of sound, happens naturally. Press into the left foot, make your left hip rise a bit. Tip of the tongue may rest in the top of the mouth. A good breath here. And we slowly release. You can lift your right heel. You can also step wider between the feet if that helps. Left hand goes up, perpendicular to the ground. Of course, a block is relevant here for many people. Squeeze your left butt over to the right and open from your chest. As you press the right hand down, reach your left arm up, take a good breath, squeezing the inner thighs. And we slowly release from here. Bend the right knee, Warrior 3. If you have blocks, you can place them under your hands. If you want to bend your left knee a bit, you can, but press the foot into the ground, keeping your right hip down. If it's within your range or within your desire, you can try bringing the hands down. Even if the hop is tiny, hopping up might help you if you bend your left knee. You can do a few trials or maybe hold. And then without or with a vinyasa, we're going to meet back into down dog. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you haven't taken your vinyasa, take it now. Plank chaturanga, or still the option to go knees, chest, and chin into cobra or up dog. And into child's pose from here. Rest your forearms in the ground with your index finger and thumb connected of each hand so that you can press your forearms to get the hips lower to the heels. Just come and sit on your heels. You can always open the heels and sit on something, a block or 2 blocks. Knees together, so an effort to inner rotate the thighs slightly. Vajrasana, hero pose. If you want, you can bring the back of the hands together, hook pinkies, hook ring finger, leave the middle finger out, but hook the index finger, hook the thumbs, and rest the hands in Dhenu Mudra. Close your eyes, bring the inner gaze to the back of the skull, tip of the tongue to the upper palate of the mouth, and see if you can breathe alongside the center line of your body. Remain seated like this, or decide to take Sirsasana headstand. If you remain seated, follow your breath. Inhale from tail to crown. Exhale from crown to tail. If you decide to go in Sirsasana, mind that you start with your elbows a forearm length apart, interlocking the fingers, crown of the head to the ground, about 4 fingers from the hairline, walking the feet in until both of the legs can lift at the same time. After about 8 breaths, slowly move your way out. We're going to meet back in Vajrasana. We'll meet sitting on our buttocks. So the option is to move to down dog and take your legs through the arms. Another option is to just flip yourself onto your bum, and we'll meet there. With the legs forward, unite the big toes. Send your body forward and fold it down. Rather than pulling it, fold it down. Paschimottanasana. In this forward fold, we're working from the low belly to fold at the hips.
rather than pulling the hands. So if you feel you're much higher than I am at this moment, that is totally fine. Just allow your head to relax at the end. Enjoy this little break. If you want to stay in this little break, more restorative, please remain here. You want one more kick in the butt. We're going to take a mobility exercise from chair pose, Utkatasana, to boat pose, Navasana. If you're up for the challenge, come up. Place your hands next to the hips. Fold your feet in and come up, Utkatasana. Inhale here. Exhale, use your hands if you need to sit back down, Navasana. Inhale there. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale there. Exhale, sit down for Navasana. Inhale there. Come back up. 2 more. Inhale, chair. Exhale, transition. Inhale, boat. Exhale, transition. Inhale, chair. Exhale, transition. We're going to meet in boat. So everyone that's seated, fold out of Paschimottanasana. Find your Navasana for 3, for 2, for 1. Hands down, widen the legs, Upavishta. Some people find enough stretch here, others need a bit more space. We're bringing the heat that we just built up back down into the ground. If there's still sound in your breath, let it go. One more breath here. Come up and lay on your back. Okay, we're going to take the legs in the air and cross the right over the left. If you can, full Garuda legs, crossing also the ankle. Arms out to the side, your left arm on top as you cross the arm for Garuda. Touch the elbows to the knees to the elbows. And then inhale. Come up. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Arms release out to the side. Left foot to the ground, hips a little to the right, so that you can bring your knees to the left and gaze over your right hand or armpit. If you need to uncross or untangle your legs, please do so. A good breath here. Untangle the legs, bring the knees into the chest, and if needed, your hips back onto their location. Lift the legs, left leg on top, Garuda legs. Arms to the side, right arm on top, Garuda arms. Inhale here, lower back closer to the ground. Exhale, crunch in for 5. Relax the jaw, we back off. 4,
3, 2, and 1. Release the arms, bring the right foot to the ground. Shift the hips a bit to the left so the knees can gently move to the right side. Chin in, gaze left to the armpit or the hand, and twist. This is a beautiful last posture before Shavasana, the end of our class. If you do desire to take maybe a back bend or another inversion into your shoulder stance, Sarvangasana, you're welcome to. We're going to take a deep breath here. Untangle the legs to come out. And set yourself up either for your resting pose, Shavasana, and stay here. Soften the body into the ground, soften the fingers, relax. For those in Shavasana, I recommend turning off your sound. If you wish a little more, the feet can come to the ground with the fingers to the heels. We're going to rise the hips up and get the shoulders a little closer into one another for a retraction. This might be enough. You might be supporting your back here. You might be interlacing the fingers below the back. Your head can always move next to the ear. Through the crown of the head, you can lift into Urdhva Dhanura. Press the feet to get the chest further to the part of the mat where your face is facing. To come out, go step by step and take a breath before you move on. For those that want to go into Sarvangasana, legs come over the head. Halasana plow pose. Option to bring the hands to the toes. Option to bring them to the lower back. From there we can rise the legs up. After about 8 breaths, you move out the same way you came in to join your friends into Shavasana. Start deepening your breath. Start deepening your breath. Welcome to move the fingers and the toes slightly to wake up the body gently. Any movement, wiggle, or stretch, maybe touch that the body desires, take it. Before you roll your way onto your side, fetal position, let's all go right with the knees into the chest. From this position, we can meet up back into a seat with the legs crossed for Sukhasana or crossing at the heels. If you can, remain with the eyes closed or stare at the tip of your nose. While seated, we're going to take a short round of Nadi Shodhana. For Vishnu Mudra, you're bringing your index finger and your middle finger to the base of the thumb. So you have your thumb and your ring finger free to place it on the edges of your nose, where the bone moves into softer cartilage. So we want to refrain from pressing on the nostril. We want to stay a little bit above. For those who want some support, you can bring your left hand or your right under the elbow of the hand that's lifted. Let's empty the lungs and then close the right and inhale through the left nostril. Swap sides, exhale right. Stay right to breathe in there. Swap to breathe out to the left. Stay to breathe in left. Swap, breathe out right. Stay, inhale right. Swap, exhale left. Stay, inhale right, left. Swap, exhale right. Right in. Left out. Relax the jaw, tip of the tongue to the upper palate if you can for 3 more rounds. In left. Swap out right. In right. Swap out left. In. Out. In. And out. One more round on your own. When you're done, rest the right hand into the left, join the thumbs, and sit for as long as you want before you close off your practice.